I am ashamed to give this company even 1 star. Customer service is terrible. They are all Indian or Polish. Internet is the worst I have ever witnessed. I like to play games and it's just impossible to play games. I had to call them up 3 times within just 3 weeks of being with them. The internet shouldn't have the privilege of being called internet. It's absolutely absurd. I am ashamed to tell people I'm with E, because it's just a mess of a company. I cannot believe they have the cheek to call themselves best internet in UK. Is greater than don't go with them is less than.
Switched from Sky to save some money, bad idea. The no downtime was actually 12 hours with no communication from me. 1 business working day gone. We are currently receiving less than 50% of the speeds obtained with Sky. Spent over 1 hour on the tech support line, where we had to explain how broadband works, because they did not understand even basic terminology. Finally got them to increase the IP profile cap, although we are still no receiving a good speed. Throughput is terrible. Online gaming and streaming worthless. In conclusion, poor broadband service, useless Indian-based tech support who admitted to having no technical training and therefore couldn't help. General poor customer service. Crap no brand router. Avoid.
Martin's money tips. Swap to E. £18 a month over 12 months, get £120 gift voucher. Do the maths awesome. The 15th of September, engineer swapped line, £30 delivery of modem pounds. Paperwork, you are in everything by midnight. 17 fine on. Get no speed, point 20 if no internet speed. 2 HRS customer services at work not easy, point you are not back on Brillo. 22 HS still not on point after an hour, finally tech support dialed into my modem. That's what. You haven't got speed, folks, because your down/up speed is disabled. Point this gives you 7 to 11 millibar surge speed up, but so they can traffic manage you can stream, download, or upload. Point perfect plan to keep your usage down to next to nothing. Got it turned in 12 HRS later they disabled it. 23rd cancelled. Point cost £116 fee. £30 connection fee. £6 modem delivery. £152 for nothing. Point no voucher. Priceless. Point avoid at all costs, trust me. I've seen it, they turn your up/down access off. Point flip on a switch to fix this, but they don't want you to have it, by the looks of it. Point terrible service and it will be an expensive exercise. Point no stars, because every aspect of my experience was a nightmare.
Unfortunately, I can't give negative scores for anything, but if I could, it would be negative infinity for every rating. Calling the service he provides broadband is a joke, as it hardly qualifies as any internet connection at all, let alone a high-speed or high-bandwidth one. I received faster, more reliable downloads on my old 14.4 kbps modem, even when it wasn't plugged in. Perhaps shoveling this garbage into their customers' faces is some brain-dead scheme by the executives to encourage take-up of their fiber package, but in reality all it does is make people curse their name and write reviews like this. Great work, you modern day Einsteins. If you're reading this, and you work for E, why do you continue to work for such a company? Do you hate yourself? Do you hate everyone else? You are literally contributing to the general misery of humanity, and not even in an interesting or devious way, just in a lame and pathetic way, by wasting hours and days of your life working for a terrible company. Have a shred of self-respect and resign. Even if you end up begging for change on the streets, you'll still be contributing more to society. In conclusion, some things more pleasant than using e-broadband, getting your face vigorously massaged with a cheese grater, eating and excreting an entire beach full of sand, exploring an electricity substation using only your tongue, punching a wall made of razor blades, drinking a bathtub of dog saliva, having bleach poured into your eyes, swallowing a live cat, etc. Be careful, don't join this rubbish provider. Service is very bad. No one knows what is going on. It takes forever to get connected. Customer support is rubbish, waste of time. Support is rubbish, not technical knowledge. Communication is really bad. No one can be bothered to update you. All what they care about is getting money from you as soon as possible. Overall, please avoid them.
Customer service is shocking. I ordered fiber broadband in March. I was connected in April without any change to my speed, only getting 2 Mbps download and 0.37 upload point. I called Younow service, who took me through all the tests they could offer. I was told to wait for 48 HRS while they done checks. I called them back, went through all the checks again, still no improvement. This carried in. For 2 weeks I called them, they say they are looking into it. I called to cancel, but they kept putting me off by saying give it a month and we will get it sorted, and they would not charge me for that month. I left it for just over a month. My download speed had increased to 9 Mbps and upload 4 Mbps, but they had guaranteed me 27 Mbps download speed. I called customer service, they again made me go through all the checks again. By now I'm just about sick of all the crap they keep giving me. I asked again to cancel. They told me I had left it longer than a month before I called them back and was told if I wanted to cancel I would have to pay them just over £250 or have a IT engineer's visit. After being told that and already been let down 2 times before by IT, I tried my best to tell them I still wanted to cancel. Their attitude in the phone stunk. They were very adamant I had to pay the £250 or have the engineer's visit. I opted again for IT to visit and was told if the engineer could not speed up my broadband, then I would have to wait for another month before I was entitled to cancel for free. This time I asked for an exact date to call them if I needed to cancel. I am now waiting for IT to visit. I would still like to get the best speed, but on the other hand, I wish I could tell them where to shut it. Please avoid e-broadband.
Do not touch. Supposed to connect with them on April 3rd 14. Phone connected but no broadband. Every time I called customer service I was told lies and told to call back in 48 hours and we'll definitely have an answer for you. Eventually I was told I would be connected in less than the 14 days it normally takes because of the problems I've had. Then they sent me a text to say it'd be connected on the January 4th 14. This was in 18 days time, not less than the 14 they said. I cancelled and I am now waiting on a new supplier. Thanks to me I've had no broadband since the April 3rd 14 and I now need to get a new home phone number too, since they've messed that up too. Please don't go anywhere near them.
I won't use e-broadband again. I was losing my broadband connection on a daily basis up to 3 to 5 times a day for nearly 2 months. I had to switch off the router to regain the connection every time the connection was dropped. I have called numerously and no one could solve the problem. Some technicians said they managed to find the cause and promised that the problem was solved, while others said they were unable to detect the cause of problem. Some operators were impatient and were rude to me too when I spoke to them. Last operator I spoke to promised me that he managed to solve the problem, but the connection lost again, while I was still having the conversation with him. I cancelled my contract with them on the same day, as I have had enough with their service and product quality. I also had to contact their billing department 3 times to give me back the £30 credit, which was part of the promotional deal when I signed up to their service. Now I have switched to PlusNet and I am happy with their service, no problem.
Right, this company is just so bad. Their broadband is quite frankly disgusting. They lie about not slowing the speed down at peak times, but then again it's always slow anyway. Their customer service is just terrible. Shouting Indian fella who does not give a FK and just tries to sell you more crap to add to your monthly bill. I will be getting rid of it as soon as I can, and their mobile service as well, because that's no better either. Avoid them please, I beg you.
If I could give them stars, I would. After signing up with them in January and being installed, I have had nothing but problems. My activation date was the 24th of February and then the 25th of February because of a problem still didn't come on. I then rang and was put on hold for ages and passed from person to person 5 to 6 times to people I couldn't understand and then people I couldn't hear. They then said that there had been a problem and that it would be active on the 4th of March, and then I went through all the process again with the holding, talking to people and explaining again and again to then be told activation would be on the 12th, no reason given even though I asked. Then come the 12th again, not on, so rang again and again through the same processes again and then told the 17th. The 24th today, still not on. Now they are saying the 10th of April. I demanded to speak to a manager and had to wait for a call back and have just got off the phone to him, and he has said that he will be fast tracking my order. After waiting this long, you would hope so. And he has now said that it should be on within the next 3 days. We will see what happens then, because let's face it, probably won't be on even by the 10th. I won't be waiting anymore. They have 3 days or I am finished. Good luck all those who are with the fastest, most reliable network. LOL XXXX.